Unfortunately, our drummer Petteri could not be with us today.
RIP.
Yeah, he had this emergency colonoscopy because apparently yesterday he tripped and fell over and he accidentally sat on a drumstick and it just happened to be like this.
Brighter Tomorrow. It's a super old song, and I think it's the first of songs I wrote that is actually good. Because before that, I had this trouble with writing songs because I wanted to create something so original, something like different that no one has ever done, and it ended up being really weird. But with Brighter Tomorrow, I just thought, and this was like way before Everlore, I thought I just want to write a very simple power metal song with all the cliches and stuff, and I think as a songwriter you should like allow yourself to write simple stuff, because simple stuff is the best. I don't want to talk about the lyrics of this song. It's just basic power metal, and I think we've played it at all of our live shows, at least very often, and it's fun.
So the Bleeding Land is the ballad of the album, and well, it was written because we needed one slower song. And that's kind of the story of it. Well, I like to play acoustic guitar too, and we didn't really have any songs that included it. Well, we had, but they weren't going to be on the album. So I think I should do a song that contains a little bit acoustic instruments. And I like to play classical songs, so the guitars are written like that. It contains few like different changes in rhythm and key, but other than that, it's pretty simple song. And I really like the vocals on that song, as Jonas quite did everything what I thought about vocals would be in that song. So I'm really pleased with that. The lyrics tell about well, because I listen a lot of Stratovarius, and Stratovarius always have one song in the album that kinda complains about the state of the world, so we had to have that kind of song too.
The Book of My Tales is actually one of the oldest songs that appear on the album. I believe I wrote it somewhere around 2010, somewhere between 2010 and 2011, I guess. And I had the music down a long time ago, but the lyrics I came up with much later on. And basically, it deals with again facing the unknown and kind of taking steps forward. And actually, it was around the time when Everlore was forming, and it was quite an exciting time, and but I tend to worry about everything, and of course there were some worries involved as well. yeah, that's the basic idea of it, and it's kind of dressed into this fantasy type of lyric, and it might not be immediately clear to everybody what the song is about. So that's what it is about. It has become our standard last song of the set list, and it's always a bit of a relief to get to that song. It kind of means that the gig is almost done, and yeah.
Go away! I need to say this. The Book of My Tales is one of the oldest songs, and I think first time I was here and we played together, the band wasn't called Everlore, it was called Juuson Heavy Unelma. And I think we played that song, Book of My Tales. And the second verse, the bass line is just fucking all over the place. It's crazy. But I thought that maybe in one song I can do this crazy stuff.
I'd like to acknowledge that Jaakko Pesu, our first singer, actually came up with the idea of changing the first verse, because in the original version the first verse was kind of like the second verse. So there was this whole section of playing the main riff without the vocals, and then came the verse number one, and I think it made the song a lot more kind of snappier and much more better. And yeah, that was his big contribution to that song. Foreword is kind of this acoustic intro to the song, The Book of My Tales, and actually in one of the older demos I included the kind of the foreword bit to the intro, but it kind of came out quite spontaneously spontaneously in the studio when we had acoustic guitars with us, and I just felt like, no, fuck it, I'll just play it. We didn't really plan to include it into the album, but that was just studio magic.
This song is about the American election. Ei ollut, se oli vitsi. Mut sehän on siistiä aina, jos tehdään jotain vain sen takia, että Stratovariuskin teki.
Niin se kertoo siitä, kun kaikkien syklit synkronaituu.
Mitä? Kovaa.
Tuli tuo naala.
Ihan hirveetä. Hyi!